In today's video, I'm going to show you how I turned this Adobe XD design into this functional Showit website. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. If you have not been here before, thank you so much for being here. I'm sitting here with little Leo in the background and all of my Halloween decorations because I'm so excited. Fall is my favorite season and I cannot wait for October, which I cannot believe is really soon. I'm super excited to show you guys behind the scenes of this because I get the question all the time, how do I turn my Adobe XD design into a functional website? And a lot of times I think people feel that you can design everything on Adobe XD and press one simple button and everything will be developed and functional and buttons will be clickable, but unfortunately that's just not how it works yet. I'm sure that there's some AI tools that are getting developed right now to help fix that problem, but what really happens is I will take the design on Adobe XD and build it out manually on a platform like Showit or WordPress or whatever it is the client wants their website on. So I'll specifically be showing you guys Showit today. I would say my top two platforms are WordPress and Showit. A lot of times clients will come to me and ask me what platform they should be on. And to be honest, it's kind of a hard decision because I think Showit and WordPress have so many great pros and cons to both platforms. WordPress, I've made lots of videos on why I do like it, and Showit does have a lot of great offers, and I think it could be a really great option for clients that maybe aren't super technical or they don't want to have to keep their website updated all the time. If they just want something up there and they don't want to have to worry about it all the time, I think Showit's a really great option. If it's someone who really wants to be involved in the website and maybe do more blogging or have like really custom sections that only WordPress can achieve, then that's when I would choose that platform. So a lot of times I have to kind of make that decision based on the client and their needs. I will say Shopify is definitely my go-to for e-commerce now. It's really great for that. But I'll specifically be talking about Showit today in this video. So I'm going to walk you guys through how I built my client's website page based on the Adobe XD mockup. Before I show you that, I want to explain why I like to design on Adobe XD before developing the website, because this question is very common. I used to ask the same exact thing. Why do I need to do two steps? It seems like extra work, but trust me, it will save you so much time. The reason I say that is because when I mock up the website design using Adobe XD or using Figma, that is allowing me to give the mock-up to my clients and have a collaborative experience on editing the sections, making sure all the colors flow together, making sure the fonts look good, the font sizes look good, the photos look good. The photos are an important one because you probably know how difficult it is to go change and resize all the photos on a website after already resizing them properly. So I always want to make sure the photos look good, everything looks good on the mock-up of the website before I go develop it. And I actually just added a step in my process where I have a client kind of have like a sub-agreement to my process so they sign it off when they're ready for me to go develop it, because I typically don't like to do a whole lot of edits, especially major edits after it's developed. That's just twice as much work. It's basically like designing a whole new site if they want all the sections redone. So I like to just mock it up first and then develop it, and that really helps us stay on a good timeline as well. So I hope that answers your question. It definitely saves time because I've had clients where we kind of have an agreement on the mock-up and then I go develop it and they decide that they don't really like the way the colors look or the fonts look, or maybe they have new photos they want to add in. Those kind of things take time, and I think a lot of times clients maybe don't know that. So as a designer, I am telling you, it will save you time if you get their agreement on signing off the mock-up before you develop. So I just wanted to share that before I get into showing you behind the scenes of this. So with that said, let's hop on over to my computer screen and I will show you me putting together my client's website. Okay, the first step when you log into Showit is you will see a design to start with. So I'm just kind of exploring through these to see if there's any designs that kind of match the Adobe XD design that I've created. So you can click into these and just see what the mobile and desktop looks like. I'm trying to find something that has a similar navigation and footer. That way it can save me a little time creating those too, but I'm not really sure if this one's fitting the overall vibe. So I just continue to look for some different designs that I think will save me some time. So usually I just start with a simple one, but I wanted to scroll a little more and ended up finding another one that I think is gonna help a lot. So kind of nice though that Showit has a few templates for you to start with, just to help you with like also clickable items or like testimonials. It can save you some time and teach you how to do that as well. So I am going to select a theme and we're just going to go with it and build it from there. So once you select it, it'll load it up inside of your Showit, and I'm going to the site settings to change the site title and just double check anything in here. I'll come back to this and do the favicon, but I want to show you how to do the design settings. So I need to upload all my fonts. To upload them, you're actually going to want to upload them as a image in the media library. Won't be an image, but that's just where you store all of your files. So I just went and grabbed my font files, and you're going to want to make sure that you have the WOFF file for it to load on all devices. I've noticed that when I have that file, it definitely helps it load properly. So I'm just logging into my Creative Market to download all my font files. So I just uploaded the font into my media library, and now I'm just going to upload the WOFF font as well. And we will see that the font is already loading in there, which is really nice. It's all uploaded. I'm going to go back to the design settings and I'm going to go set up all of my custom fonts. So you'll see when I click out of here over at design settings what that looks like. So I uploaded also my paragraph font and my subheading font. Now within the design settings, you can go to the tab up top that says fonts, and within there you can change those settings under custom fonts to the ones that you just uploaded, which you should see in there now. You're going to want to change the name of it and make sure to check off that you own or you have a license for this font to use it. And that is how you add your custom fonts. Super easy. I recommend deleting the ones you don't need based on the template ones, just so see me changing all the colors in the color palette there, and then also changing the fonts based on the ones we just uploaded. I just want to make sure that all the fonts are also in the proper colors so that it looks consistent. But here you can also change the mobile font size, desktop font size. It's really nice and saves a lot of time down the line when you're developing. But now that I have all my design settings in there, I'm starting by designing the navigation, and you'll see that under site canvases on the very left side, you can click on header. That'll open up the navigation. And the reason that it's all alone on this artboard here is because it's a global item. So anything I change here, it'll affect it for all the pages that has a header attached to it. So just something to keep in mind. I was experiencing some issues with the font I uploaded. So just, you can ignore the way it looks. It looks like medieval font, but that's not the font that I actually needed to use, but we're just gonna go for it until I fix that a little bit later. So I just added the logo and all the items I need in the navigation. It's a really simple design, which I'll show you in a few minutes. But I'm just adding the logo to the navigation, and pretty simple. Okay, so this is the start of the development. I already began doing this. I uploaded the correct font for my header, and this is the Adobe XD design. So you'll see me jumping to go look at the XD design and back into Showit. I just want to show you guys how to manually do this. I know I mentioned in the beginning of this video why I like to design a mock-up before developing. It saves a lot of time, especially if you have your clients sign off on the design before building it. So it's kind of fun to put it all together and see it come to life and add some like animations and everything. So you'll see me just developing each and every section. The one thing that's different about Showit from WordPress, I would say actually most website platforms are like this, but everything is based on canvases in Showit, which is definitely more unique to them. So canvases are where you will set the height of that specific section. You'll set the background color, the background image. So each canvas is kind of its own element, which you'll see on the left-hand side, how each canvas has its own tab that can open and you can rename it. So I would say that was like the biggest thing, a little learning curve when starting on Showit, was that you can have canvases blending together, but a lot of times each canvas is known as its own individual thing. So just something to keep in mind, but I am just adjusting the animation. I want this to kind of fade in. And now we'll do this section together. So this section is the services. So background color is the beige. I noticed this section isn't really going to work for it, so I just created a new canvas on the left-hand side. You click those dots up top, add a blank canvas, and I'm going to drag it under the mission statement. And once we have that canvas, renaming it will just keep everything really organized. So I'm going to name it as services, and I'm also going to start by just changing the background color. So I'm going to change it to the beige, which is nice. Now that we have our color palette in there, you can just click it. It's super easy. And then you can increase the height of your canvas. And that might be a little too high, so play around with that. And now we're just going to start building it. So it'll probably make a lot of sense once you see me manually adding images in, adding text in. But this is just a little behind the scenes of how to build a canvas from scratch. So I'm going to let the video run, and I'll let you know if there's anything specific to note. Okay, so for this section, and this is something where a lot of customization will come into play, but if you go back to my Adobe XD design, you'll notice I have a really small bar here with some text in it. So I will show you guys that on the Adobe XD. But I talked to my client about the overall animations and everything that I want to work for this. So I want it to be a scrolling bar, which will take a little bit of custom coding and just setting that up properly. But I'm just adding in all the text for now, and you can even drag it off the artboard since it will be a scrolling like marquee. It's going to pretty much pull everything from every angle, and that does take, like I said, some custom code, but I'm just adding in all the text for now. But I wanted to share why I'm pasting things outside of the artboard, because that might be a little confusing at first. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for this section, and then I'll show you the next section after that. Okay, so this section is also very unique and different because I'm going to be creating canvas views. Canvas views basically make it possible to change the specific canvas you're looking at to another canvas view, exactly what it sounds like. So similar to like testimonials, if you're clicking the arrow and you want to see the next one, or an image, you want to see the next image, this is how you'd make that possible. So I just added in this testimonial, and then on the left-hand side, we will be able to set up the settings to change the different views. But first off, I just want to align everything, make sure the design looks good, get all the text in there that I need, and then I will show you how to make those transitions from one canvas to the next. So with these canvas views, you can create different views, and each view can have its own unique design in there if you wanted. But because this is just testimonials, I want it to look similar as you click through. So then under click actions on the icon, we will select canvas, and then we will select this canvas. And then in there, you'll be able to see a next and previous option. So for this arrow, we will do next, and then we will set the same thing up for the arrow on the left for previous, and it'll make it easy to click through each different view. So yeah, it's actually much easier than I thought when I first started, and I love how you can kind of change the view within each canvas. It kind of like helps design it properly and like space everything out really well. So that is how you do that. Alright, you guys, the homepage is pretty much completed, so I wanted to show you what it looks like all put together. So I'm going to click on the preview tab up top here, and once that's open, you will be able to see everything kind of like in a live version. You can also click on this button here and it'll open up a new tab to show you what your website looks like. So we can view it through here. And as I scroll, I'm going to have to fix this pattern is overlapping there. So I'll have to fix that, but then there's the mission statement, the services, about section. We will make this functional by scrolling. Then we have the testimonials here, which you can see if I click through, it'll show different ones. We have the bottom section and the footer. So everything's in there. I think it looks so good so far. Really excited to get everything built out, and yeah, I hope this was helpful. All right, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you learned something new about developing websites on the Showit platform. I really do enjoy building sites on this platform. It feels really like artistic and creative, and I love the idea of having like an open artboard to build a website on. It's really unique and really awesome. So if you have not checked out Showit, definitely recommend playing around with it. Really fun tool, and I really enjoyed making this website page with you all. If you enjoyed it, I'd appreciate it so much if you gave it a thumbs up and subscribe down below, and I will see you guys in my next video.